11 3/4 inches, a mere quarter of an inch shy of 5 feet. While this was certainly a step up from my previous height of 4'11", it was a 3/4 inch step up and hardly noticeable. Throughout my whole life, I've been vertically challenged, so this shouldn't have affected me too much. But it did. I guess I just became distracted by my lacking quarter inch to the point where I wasn't even thankful for an extra 3/4. I wasn't content. By refusing to accept an aspect of my physical self, I made it impossible to be content. You see, the quest to seek out contentment begins with the seeker. In order to be satisfied with our lives, we must first be satisfied with ourselves. In an adorable tale of self-discovery, PJ Funny Bunny wrestles with this same issue. Lamenting, "It's Not Easy Being a Bunny" by Marilyn Sadler. PJ Funny Bunny was very sad. He did not like being a bunny. His mother made him eat cooked carrots every day. He had far too many brothers and sisters, and his ears were very big. One day, PJ decided to leave home. "I don't want to be a bunny anymore," said PJ. "I want to be a bear." And PJ went to live with the bears. But when the bears went to sleep for the winter, PJ could not sleep at all. Living with the bears was not very exciting. So PJ said, "I don't want to be a bear. I want to be a bird." And PJ went to live with the birds. PJ liked being a bird until he tried to fly. So PJ said, "I don't want to be a bear or a bird. I want to be a beaver." And PJ went to live with the beavers. The beavers liked to work very hard. PJ did not like to work at all. So PJ said, "I don't want to be a bear or a bird or a beaver. I want to be a possum." And PJ went to live with the possums. The possums liked to hang upside down, but hanging upside down gave PJ a headache. So PJ said, "I don't want to be a bear or a bird or a beaver or a possum. I want to be a skunk." And PJ went to live with the skunks. It did not take PJ very long to find out that he did not like being a skunk. So PJ said, "I don't want to be a bear or a bird or a beaver or a possum or, most of all, a skunk. What I really want to be is a bunny." So PJ hurried home. That night, PJ ate all of his cooked carrots and played with every one of his brothers and sisters. He was so happy to be a bunny again that he did not care that his ears were very big. "At least everyone can see that I am a bunny," PJ said, "and not a bear or a bird or a beaver or a possum or a skunk." Thanks to contentment, PJ Funny Bunny developed a newfound appreciation of life. Unfortunately, not many individuals encounter circumstances that allow them to recognize the value of contentment or its potential to dramatically improve life. Oftentimes, contentment is regarded as a hindrance or confused with complacency. Though this is a common mistake, it's a popular misconception that can have major consequences for those unaware of what it means to be content. Through a thought-provoking poem, an author cautions readers not to develop an unhealthy desire for, well, more. Let's avoid retracing the fatal missteps of Lester by Shel Silverstein. Lester was given a magic wish by the goblin who lives in the banyan tree. And with his wish, he wished for 2 more wishes. So now, instead of just 1 wish, he cleverly had 3. And with each one of these, he simply wished for 3 more wishes, which gave him 3 old wishes plus 9 new. And with each of these 12, he slyly wished for 3 more wishes, which added up to 46. Or is it 52? Well, anyway, he used each wish to wish for wishes till he had 5,007,018,034. And then he spread them on the ground and clapped his hands and danced around and skipped and sang and then sat down and wished for more and more and more. They multiplied, while other people smiled and cried and loved and reached and touched and felt. Lester sat amid his wealth, stacked mountain high like stacks of gold, sat and counted and grew old. And then one Thursday night they found him, dead, with his wishes piled around him. And they counted the lot and found that not a single one was missing. All shiny and new. Here, take a few. And think of Lester as you do. In a world of apples and kisses and shoes, he wasted his wishes on wishing. Lester's desolate demise was created by an insatiable appetite for more amidst a life devoid of vital contentment. Now, being content is challenging, and especially so when the vehicle of life, or in my case, genetics, drops you off a block short of your destination. Yet, sometimes contentment is achieved only after one is dropped off a block short. Experiencing negative circumstances can cause us to appreciate positive circumstances even more. At an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, a woman named Carol discusses her alcohol addiction, revealing the appeal that soberness had after she'd experienced a blackout by Gary Lennon. I'm supposed to be at a very fashionable party right now, but I decided not to go. Oh, I don't know. I was the type of creature who was out every night. I was so afraid I would miss something if I stayed in, so I went to every party I could. I was just afraid that if I didn't go out, that would be the night everybody would have a great time. So I kept trying. For years. You ever put a shot glass up to your eye and look through it? Well, that's how I saw the world the whole time I drank. I just felt like there was this murky wall up between me and everybody else. I got into a lot of arguments at bars. You could usually bet on it that by the end of the night, someone would call me a drunk. I should have known I was an alcoholic just by the name of the bars I went to. Let's see, they were The Last Stop, The Wrong Number, The Tunnel, The Terminal. Oh yeah, and how could I forget? Blarney Stone. The whole time I drank, I accomplished nothing. I was a sight. I didn't have a regular bar that I went to all the time. Usually after about 2 weeks, I was embarrassed enough not to go back. There was this awful joke I used to tell all the time. I was sort of known for it. I don't know where I got it from. It was, what do you do with a dog with no legs? Pause, then loudly, take it for a drag! When I got really drunk, I used to lie. I pretended I was other people. I was so many people. I told people I had butlers and chauffeurs and all kinds of stuff. I could go on, but I won't. I want to make believe it's all gone. That's not me anymore. I'm not like that. I have to talk about these personal things because I want to wash out the demons that drove me to drink. I think that maybe if I face them, they'll no longer exist. I feel a little cleaner. I want to feel clean. I want to forget it happened. A lot of people, mostly my old friends, don't think of me as a free spirit anymore. They think I take life too seriously. But they're wrong. I'm freer than ever. I realize that all that time I spent searching for something in others in motion, I can find by just being still. I'm sort of having this romance with myself, and it's nice. I'm taking care of myself for the first time in my life. I'm fulfilling my own wants and needs. And it feels good, being responsible. About a month ago, I realized something. Being vertically challenged comes with loads of benefits. I can avoid smacking my head against chandeliers, a problem my 6'4" cousin-in-law has to deal with, and rescue my younger siblings from enclosed playground slides. Then, soon after I decided to embrace my 4'11" and 3/4 self, I was rewarded with a pleasant surprise. A perfect additional quarter-inch. That's the awesome thing about contentment. It totally transforms your perspective. Something originally bitter becomes better, so that when something sweet can be savored, an extraordinary experience emerges. Lester spent his entire existence resistance, accumulating billions of wishes, and he was miserable. Me? I reached 5 feet of height, and I'm content.